Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will explore how to develop trading strategies with Freqtrade. Our main focus will be on the strategy framework, which is the heart of your trading bot's decision-making process. You will learn about the key parts that make up a strategy, including indicators, entry and exit rules, minimal ROI, stop-loss settings, other important configurations. By the end of this session, you will have a strong foundation for building and customizing your own trading strategies in Freqtrade. Let's start by understanding the basics of the Freqtrade strategy file. I've created a document to help you easily check the meaning of each setting in the strategy file. We can create a strategy file using a template with the command Freqtrade new strategy -- awesome strategy, where awesome strategy is the name of your strategy. The strategy file will be created in the strategy folder. This file includes all the key parts that determine how your trading bot works. It's important to understand each setting of the strategy to ensure our bot behaves as we expect. First, please remember that the strategy name comes from the class name, not the file name. So when you want to use this strategy in the future, be sure to reference the class name. Interface_version. This attribute helps keep your strategy compatible with the latest features and updates of Freqtrade. Right now, the latest version is 3. Many strategy files available online are still on version 2, so you'll need to update them to version 3. I've included a detailed document on how to handle this migration, which you can refer to here. Time frame. This refers to the period during which each trading candle is created, deciding how often the bot checks the market. In this example, we are using a 5-minute time frame. Can short. To enable short signals for futures markets, set can short to true. This allows the bot to place short trades in futures markets. However, please note that strategies with this setting will not work in spot markets. If you turn off this feature, short signals in future markets will be ignored. Minimal ROI. The minimal ROI setting defines the minimum return on investment. A trade will exit when it reaches this point, regardless of the exit signal. The configuration is set up like this. The dictionary key to the left of the colon shows the minutes since the trade opened, while the value to the right of the colon is the percentage ROI. For example, exit immediately when a 4% profit is reached. After 30 minutes, exit when a 2% profit is achieved. After 60 minutes, exit when a 1% profit is achieved. This ROI calculation includes trading fees. To completely disable ROI settings, use an empty dictionary. Stop loss. Setting a stop loss is important for protecting your capital from big losses. For example, a stop loss of -0.10 means you set a stop loss at 10%. Trailing stop loss. The starting value for the trailing stop loss is the same as your static stop loss setting. To turn on a trailing stop loss, set trailing_ stop to true. This will activate an algorithm that raises the stop loss as the price of your asset goes up. In simple terms, the stop loss will stay at -10% below the highest price reached. If you would like more details about other trailing stop-loss settings, please let me know in the comments. I can make another video to explain trailing stop-loss with Freqtrade in more detail. Process only new candles. This setting decides if indicators are updated only when new candles come in. When set to true, the bot updates indicators only with the latest candle data. If set to false, indicators are updated in every loop, which may process the same candle multiple times and increase system load. However, this can be helpful if your strategy depends on tick data instead of just candle data. In my experience, enabling process-only new candles can greatly lower server load during live trading, as it prevents recalculating indicators on every tick. Use exit signal. Setting this to false will disable the exit long and exit short columns. This does not affect other exit methods like stop-loss ROI or callbacks. By default, this is set to true. We will keep it set to true to ensure the bot exits when our exit rules are met. Exit profit only. This setting makes sure that the bot only exits a trade once it has reached the exit profit offset. By default, this is set to false. For our needs, it is fine to leave it at the default setting. Ignore ROI if entry signal. When this setting is true, the bot will not exit a trade if the entry signal is still active, even if the ROI conditions are met. For simplicity, it's best to keep this setting at false at first. We can change this setting later as we improve the strategy. Startup candle count. Most indicators have an unstable startup period when they may not be available or may give incorrect calculations. This can cause inconsistencies because Freqtrade cannot automatically figure out how long this unstable period lasts. To fix this, you can set the startup candle count attribute in your strategy. This should be set to the maximum number of candles needed for the strategy to calculate stable indicators. We will use recursive analysis to find the right startup candle count. This will be explained in the backtesting section. Also, strategy parameters will be used to set default values and for optimization. We will go over this in detail in the optimization section. Order types and order time in force are related to live trading and determine how Freqtrade handles orders. We will discuss these in detail in the live trading section. The plot configurator is used for strategy plot configuration, allowing us to display indicators on the chart. We will cover this in more detail in the plot section. Informative pairs. Using data from extra informative pairs can improve some strategies. For example, when trading altcoins, you might decide to enter a long position only when Bitcoin is going up, or enter a trade only when the trend on a higher time frame matches the current direction. Populate underscore indicators. Indicators are important for creating buy and sell signals. You can add more indicators by expanding the list in the populate underscore indicators method in your strategy file. By default, Freqtrade installs several technical libraries, including Talib, Pandas TA, and Technical. These libraries are user-friendly. For instance, you can calculate the ADX indicator with Talib using TA-ADX. The strategy template also offers several examples of how to use these indicators. For example, you can use QTPIlib to calculate Bollinger Bands, or to recognize patterns that show bullish or bearish candlestick trends. This makes it both effective and easy to customize your strategy. To enhance performance during backtesting and live trading, think about removing any indicators you don't use. Populate entry trend method. This method creates a new column called enter long and enter short for shorts. A value of 1 means there is an entry signal, while 0 means no action is needed. It's important to set the enter long column, even if your strategy only focuses on shorting. For example, a long entry signal could be triggered under these conditions. 1. The RSI crosses above the buy RSI value, which is set to 30 by default. 2. The TEMA is less than or equal to the middle band of the Bollinger Bands. 3. The current TEMA value is higher than the previous one, meaning the TEMA is rising. 4. The trading volume is greater than 0. When all 4 conditions are met, enter underscore long is set to 1, indicating an entry. For short entries, a similar approach would be used, but with different conditions. However, in this strategy, we are not currently using short entries. For exit signals, we use the populate exit trend method. Please remember that exit signals can be turned off by setting use exit signal to false in the configuration or strategy. For example, a long exit signal could be triggered under these conditions. 1. The RSI crosses above the sell RSI value, which is set to 70 by default in our settings. 2. The TEMA is above the middle band of the Bollinger Bands. 3. The current TEMA value is lower than the previous one, meaning the TEMA is falling. 4. The trading volume is greater than 0. When all 4 conditions are met, exit long is set to 1, indicating an exit. For a short exit, we use a similar approach, but with different conditions. However, in this strategy, we are not using a short exit at this time. In this video, we walked through the key steps to build and customize your trading strategy using Freqtrade. With these insights, you are now ready to start creating and refining your own strategies. I have also prepared a document with links to detailed guides for each setting in the strategy file, so you can explore further at your own pace. Stay tuned for more in-depth Freqtrade tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.